What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY review, we're going to take a look at another model kit. This is what happens when I read things. In the Bandai Figurized Standard Digimon Adventure line, and it is METALGARURUMON. So we looked at Wargreymon last time. Of course, we had to get his partner in crime as it is. And once again, it's the quote-unquote normal versions, since we looked at the amplified version not that long ago. And of course, nice image of him here, breathing kind of an icy mist. Got his little cool blade wingy things happening there. A little weird they made his leg very straight here, and also just, I don't know, something weird about it. I don't think I ever noticed the kind of propeller slash thrusters on the feet. I mean, I did on the amplified version, but I kind of felt like those are just there, but now I know they're actually a thing. I will say one good thing about this kit over the amplified, it's less pointy, less chances to hurt yourself while assembling or handling it. It's having a hard time there. Okay, let's see here. The beam-shaped wings emitted from the back arms are recreated with PET plastic materials. Its appearance when flying through net space can be recreated. Okay, yes. Okay, let's see here. The pattern on the nails and abdomen are recreated with parts colors. Stickers are also included to achieve colorful results without any paint. That is true. All right, let's see what we got here. Also, look at all these poses. It's kind of crazy. I guess that's a howling pose is what's happening there. All right. Ball joints have been installed into the chest in ways to recreate natural twisting movements in the torso. It can also bend backwards, allowing for different poses. Honestly, I don't think it can do too many more. Hey, look, he's doing a thing right there. That's pretty cool. And of course, we come around the side of the box. So you got Digimon Adventure logo there. Repeat of the box art figure, rest and dead. Got the red eyes. METALGARURUMON, there, Bandai, there. And we come to this final side here. Seriously, I don't know why. Either that's kind of blurry or my camera just doesn't know where to focus. Or what does it say there? It's tiny. Runners that adopt multiple parts colors allow for the recreation of beautiful colors by assembling the kit without painting. I think the other one said that exact same thing. Comes unpainted! Okay, yes. Front view! Rear view! Oh, crap. Okay. METALGARURUMON. Let's read this here. This Digimon was featured in the Digimon Adventure TV series. It is the ultimate evolution reached by Yamato Ishida and his partner Gabumon through a bond created in believing in each other and the friendships with their friends. Most of its body is changed to metal, and it's armed with countless built-in weapons. It detects enemies with its senses, chases them down at super high speed, fought alongside Wargreymon and their friends when they faced the ultimate darkness that was taking over the digital world. This is true. And then you come over here, read the instructions manual. Don't tell me how to leave my life box. All right, and then polybag, little guy with toilet product material, PSPET. That would be the clear stuff. And no glue required. Okay, so you got Bandai Spirits. Doesn't have the price on there, but, it'll vary from wherever. I picked this up at Gundam Planet, by the way, guys. So, just so you know, if you missed the unboxing and the In the Kitchen video, I got it from Gundam Planet, okay? New version of old METALGARURUMON. Still upside down on a SHOKY review. By the way, I didn't point out the official Toei sticker there. So, hopefully I don't get hit with some kind of dumbass copyright claim on a video like this. Toei's really, really bad about copyright claims on virtually anything of theirs. So, let's take a look at it. All right, here we have METALGARURUMON. Looking pretty good. I got all this stuff from previous reviews just piled up over here in my way. And yeah, looks pretty good. Looks like it just came kind of right off the digital screen, as it were. One thing I will say, this one has really good color separation. In kind of a strange difference to the much larger, much more expensive amplified kit. He actually does come with some really cool color separation, much like these back stripes, which is actually a purple piece penetrating through this white-ish piece. Same thing with the feet down here that have the stripes. That's a different colored piece entirely. Same thing with the chest, like they pointed out here with the egg, the egg symbol on the chest. That, you don't have to use the stickers there, but I did just because it felt like they were a different color, if that makes sense. Oh, another thing. Well, the tongue, for one, that's always good. But one thing I love, on the amplified version, you had to use stickers to get these little whisker spots here, as it is, on the nose. And of course, he came with the translucent nose on the other one. But this one, come on. Yeah, let's zoom in on that. This is, in fact, one piece, or two pieces. The whisker part and the nose come together, or maybe it's just one piece, and then it comes in behind the muzzle and actually comes through like that. That is impressive. But the amplified version doesn't have that, which is insane, And the amplified one uses all the crazy translucent that I don't even understand why they did it. Okay, so this arm needs to be pushed in a little bit. All right, I don't even know where to start. Stickers. Let's just talk about the stickers. I did use most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. So once again, all the red stickers here, they just go over red pieces. They're the same runner as the toesies and the whatever those technically are. And then you get the 01 stickers that go on the side of his face, which is what I was cleaning up a second ago because I realized that wasn't pushed in all the way. Those actually fit pretty good, and they're meant to go in that exact spot. I mean, they stand out under light like this, but otherwise not terrible. You do get the eye stickers. It's obligatory. I'm not going to try to paint an eye. The other thing is the tail back here, the kind of edge of the blade there is chrome, golden chrome stickers. I could have painted that, chose not to. You can do it if you want. Also, these stripes here are very nicely color separated as well. Purple pieces on the inside surrounded by two white pieces on the outside. Anything else? Oh, yes, the gray here. So painted the gray on this area. Clearly not that good on that side. It's old paint. I did what I could to revive it, And then same thing up here. So this needed to be gray around the missiles. And that is just two separate pieces. So the yellow parts that surround it. So real easy paint. But they could have included stickers for that, and it would have been pretty good. Also, I'm still weirded out by the fact they call these back arms instead of frickin' wings. They're there to help him fly. They're wings. They're not back arms. Seriously, man. Why? Oh, yes, almost forgot about this. So here on where the missile pods attach is another sticker. You can see that little white piece right in there. So there's a sticker that mounts from this side that's supposed to match that color. It's crap, but I used it anyways. I know it's going to stand out. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But either way, let's come down here. Let's look at this head and some articulation. So it is just kind of a ball joint neck, realistically. I think the neck itself does have some movement. So you can get the head up and down even at the neck joint there, which is good. The mouth, of course, opens, as we just saw. The tongue is mounted to the bottom jaw, so there's no, separation of that. I do like the inner teeth and outer teeth. That's kind of pretty cool to show that he's got, metal armor now. And then, of course, you got the kind of hair back here. You got his ears right there. Pretty cool. He can look pretty much side to side, about like that. You can't go up too much further than that for, a howling thing. You're going to have to really adjust the body for that. So, if you really wanted to get him up in, a howling position, you kind of need to do something like that. Unless you think the dogs can't look up. All right, and then, let's see, the back wing arms, basically do that right there. So, yeah, it's just a simple hinge joint. It's kind of weird that they would make it that easy. I do like that the missile pods themselves are actually on a different spot. Also, why is this one significantly further up than this one? Weird. Okay, there we go. So these things are on their own little pod, except they don't twist. They look like they should twist. Don't try to twist them. You will break them. But those can move independently of the not wings. And then also they can tuck into this gap on the back of the shoulder, like so. You know, they can just kind of do that number in a way. Just kind of, you got to find the right exact spot here. So with the arms, legs, shoulders, whatever you want to call these here, the spikes are a little pointy. They're just not absurdly pointy. You do get a whole lot of movement, like there, a nice butterfly joint, ball joint that's tucked inside here. But there's not like a perfect recess for it. It's just sort of a hole, if I'm honest with you. So, I mean, you can get him in a pretty low down look like that. So that's not bad. It's not bad. I'm just pointing it out. Is single jointed. Yep. Single jointed for 90 some odd degrees like that. Of course, you got the molded in hose right here. Now, I will say, when I said that, you know, when it came to the gluing stuff together, I didn't do it on the front legs, but I'm pretty sure I did it on the back legs. Added a little bit of thin cement to hold bits and pieces together. I think I did it to the feet as well because, you know, it just kind of needed it. Also painted the little thrusters on the feet with my favorite dark gray ever. If you want to know what that is, go check out the About section on the channel. The torso has a whole lot of wiggle waggle to it since it's a ball joint on both ends of this kind of springy-doo looking torso bit. The front one doesn't, I guess it has a good bit of articulation. You can almost sit like a good boy. Like that. I guess you can. You can get him to sit. Like that, feet up. Yeah, that works. That works pretty good. Good boy. And the back legs, actually, the back hips, as it were, function the same way the front ones do. It's a slightly different mechanism, but it's almost exactly the same at the same time. So, you know, hinges in and out, up and down butterfly joint there, ball joint mount there. You can yoink it off real easy, like you do. And then knee joint that can go forward and back quite a bit. Now, I will say these back legs here, I did have to glue together, especially this lower section right here, because it was kind of splitting. So it's just a little thin piece that goes around here. The purple bit is solid, goes inside, and you squeeze the white parts around it. And I did it on both sides. One side looks a little bit cleaner than the other. That was just me cleaning that up. I would suggest gluing the whole thing once you have the legs solidified, you know, if you don't want to fight it too much. I didn't talk about the feet articulation, but it's there. It's pretty much a double-ended ball joint inside the ankle, inside the foot, and then you get a little side to side, back to back. And the funny thing is the feet look the same front to back, but I'm thinking they're not. Also, you can, like I was pointed out, I pointed out on the amplified version, you can get him to stand up straight, although his head is not going to allow you to look down enough, sadly, so he can be in more of a werewolf mode. But you can get him to do this. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's not quite as effective as his amplified version, but it's there. It works. And I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments section which one was your favorite of the two. I know, obviously, there were much more awesome Digimon, especially Season 1, when they really evolved. But out of Wargreymon and METALGARURUMON, which one's your go-to? I think I'm more of a Wargreymon, I think, but I liked his attack better, like when he opened everything up and shot millions of ice things. Also, I didn't point out the translucent yellow parts, which, you know, they just go in very nicely like this. You know, just insert them. Pretty cool. A lot better than the big swishy parts from the amplified version. In general, I think I like the normal ones better than the amplified version. Just saying. Okay, so let's compare them real quick, size-wise, to something that's almost the same color. Excuse me, wire. You're in my way. That is actually very, very similar in color. So there it is, next to an HG IBO Valkyrie kit. Give you an idea, give you a justification on how big it is. Set that over there. Boof. There he is next to a Wally. In fact, Wally could probably ride him. Yep. Wally can be a werewolf rider. Excuse me. Now, I want to know why we haven't gotten, like, the megaforms. The megaforms are pretty cool. Like, where's my Wargreymon? Or just regular Garurumon, for that matter. Huh, that's pretty funny. Let's get a picture of that. There we go. Love Wally. I need a Wally kit is what I need. And yes, I have the Lego Wally. I want a life-size Wally, but I'm not paying that much money. Or spending years building it. Either way, so here we have his partner, Wargreymon. How funny would it be to get an inverse? Wargreymon and METALGARURUMON. I guess we almost get METALGARURUMON, don't we? Like, in a way. Like, Machinedramon is just sort of there. I'm torn on getting that Machinedramon. It's huge and really cool. But I feel like I'm going to have to paint a lot of it to make it the way I want it to be. Also, it's not a hero Digimon, so I don't know if I need it, you know? But either way, there they are together. Looks really good. And, of course, I want to point out the fact that he can go on a stand. I did, tease the fact that he has a little belly button down there. And so if you have the same stand from the previous Garurumon, or any Gundam action base, realistically, you can make use of this. You could use that other one if you want, but this one I think gives you a little bit more action pose in a way. So make him running. He's just swimming like a fish. And it's just like rawr. It'd be cool if they gave us an attack version, like with all his panels opened up and the missiles and everything firing. That would be probably pretty cool. So he can go on a stand. I don't think he needs to, if I'm honest with you. But it's cool looking. Here we go. Here, get him up like that. Just... He's like, raw. I mean, you get a lot of movement out of it. Oh, I just realized you couldn't see any of that. Sorry. So, I mean, he looks good. And he goes on a stand really well. Also, like I said, this is the amplified stand. And speaking of the amplified one, there it is. Now I'm going to point out the obvious and say this is a really unfair comparison, much like it was with Greymon. It's just, it's an absolutely unfair and insane change. So I feel like I need to move him up. Also, having painted this one kind of, changes the effect of it a bit. Also, he's super stiff, in case I didn't mention that in the main review. The paint I added made those joints super stiff. I kind of wish that, like, his claws and stuff were closer to this pink color. I think it would have looked cool. I'm not a fan of the translucent on this one, if I'm honest with you. I mean, the wings look cool, but I mean, like, the translucent nose, the translucent pieces back there, I feel like they were pointless. They could have just given us red, like this, and it would have been cool. I like the head on this one better. Like, this one looks strangely, like, younger and fatter. That's what's interesting. It's like the amplified versions strike me as, like, older versions, like been around a while versions, or even an extra, like, level of Digivolution. Like, it's still the same version of the Digimon, but amplified, more powerful, like been around for a few thousand years in real time or something like that. So everything about them is bigger and badder. I mean, he's huge in comparison. I mean, just look at the length difference here. It looks like his dad. So, I mean, okay, so yeah, this had decent separation back here, but nowhere else. He didn't even have stripes on the feet. Kind of sad, but he had these weird ankle thingies that I had to paint. But either way, so there's the amplified version. Which one do you prefer? Amplified or normal? Be honest. Okay, guys, so that's going to be it for this review. Let me know what you think down below to all those questions I asked you. And, yeah, this was a fun build. I mean, like, if I hadn't stopped to paint anything, like, if I had just gone at it with straight builds, I could have got the METALGARURUMON and Wargreymon done probably in the same afternoon if I was trying hard enough. They're simple kits in comparison to the amplifieds, like, very simple. And, like, pretty straightforward, honestly. Like, I felt like there were times where I didn't even need the instruction manual just to get it done. Same thing with Wargreymon, you know. Even though I modified Wargreymon a little bit, I don't know of any modification to this one that you could make. Nobody said anything about this one, sadly. But I don't, other than like getting an extra neck joint out of it so it could look down, would have been the only thing I would ask for. And that would just require more room for the back of the neck hinge so the head could actually tilt downward, you know, or some type of cutout in the neck. But either way, good kits. I like them both, you know. And it sort of gives me something I didn't have as a kid. You know, I had no Digimon stuff, but I loved the first season of Digimon. You know, that was just that resonated with me. And then of course later when everybody came back, you know, stuff like that. I also liked second season. I liked Tamers. I liked I forgot what the other one was where they turn into Digimon. That was a good one. So, but either way, I'll let it go. So I'll see you guys on the next review. And remember, as always, keep on building or digivolving.